Hello, my name is Matthew, and I read a short story by Gogol. I'm going to try to pronounce it. How Ivan Ivanovich quarreled with Ivan Nikiforovich. You have two Ivans in the title. You would think it's a whole world of Ivans. And when you think about a Gogol short story, the idea of absurdity comes to mind. Absurdity to the most extreme end. So somebody wakes up in the morning and they're missing their nose, and then they see the nose riding in a carriage dressed up as a general, and it's absurd. But what Gogol manages to do in so many of his short stories that I've been reading recently is finding the absurdity in everyday, matter-of-fact events. It doesn't have to be completely over the top. Just sometimes people are just very strange creatures that make very strange decisions. And so we have these two Ivans. We're told at the very beginning how good they are. These are two very, very good people. And the narrator is even a little like suspiciously enthusiastic about how good these two are. And I'm trying to find it. Oh my god. Ivan Ivanovich is a very fine man. You should see his house. Yada yada yada. Ivan Ivanovich is a very fine man. He loves melons. It's his favorite food. And that's how it begins. This person is such a fine person. Oh my goodness, this is such a good person. And they're neighbors. They live next to each other. Old, long-time friends, these two Ivans. We get kind of the obvious comical comparisons between the two. One is tall and thin, the other one's short and fat, and things like that. And one day, one of the Ivans, I can't keep track of who these Ivans are, but one of the Ivans is looking across the yard, at the neighboring yard, where the other Ivan lives. And he sees like a housekeeper or something airing out the laundry. There's a clothesline, hanging up clothes. He goes, Then the housekeeper comes out with a shotgun and is airing out the shotgun as if it was laundry. It's very strange, but these things happen. And Ivan is looking at this and thinking, well, why does this Ivan need that shotgun? I need a shotgun. I'll go over and see if he'll give me his shotgun, because he doesn't need it. He's airing out his shotgun like it's laundry. So the Ivan goes over, knocks on the door. He is confronted with the short, fat Ivan who lives in the house and who has his housekeeper airing out the shotgun. For some reason, he's on the ground, completely naked, and is not as addressed as it should be, because they carry on this conversation, this absurd conversation. You're airing out your shotgun. You don't need a shotgun. I want the shotgun. And the naked Ivan is saying, why would I give you my shotgun? In fact, I need my shotgun. And they go back and forth, getting more and more heated. This is a long, lifetime friendship, and it's dissolving, just instant by instant. They're being less and less respectful. They start to hurl out insults, and finally, the short, fat Ivan calls the other person a goose. And this Ivan would not stand for such effrontery as to be called a goose. And he just loses it. Leaves in a huff. Now, these two Ivans start this back and forth kind of spy versus spy hijinks. The one Ivan builds a big shed right on the property line, blocking the view for the other Ivan. The other Ivan sneaks over the fence and saws down the shed so it falls over. Finally, each one of these Ivins ends up running into town and goes into the courthouse to talk to the sheriff or whoever. And says, I want charges on the other Ivan. And of course, everyone in town knows, but you are the best of friends. Why don't we just drop it? The other Ivan comes in. He wants to have charges brought on the other Ivan. And they go back and forth again. Finally, there's people in town just saying, like, let's not do anything. Just let everything calm down. Before we get into anything we can't easily pull back on. And right at the moment when it looks like things are going to be settled, they're talking, and the fat Ivan says, in front of a whole room full of, I can't remember, officers of the law, in front of everyone says, all I did was call you a goose. And then again, he says, how dare you call me a goose in front of all of these well-respected, and it blows up again. Now, the way that this story starts to resolve itself is with further absurdity. There's a part where there's finally a document, and it's a legal document, and one of the Ivins is outside, and it's either a pig or a dog, I can't remember, but a pig or a dog runs over, bites the document, gets it in its mouth, and runs away. The final resolution, there's other absurd things that are happening, is that it's a long, drawn-out process. Years are going by. Over a decade goes by. And it turns into a comment of the slow-moving legal system, the absurdities of the legal system. Each day they're told, we're going to have a resolution tomorrow. Year after year, these two are just stewing, and it ends with, well, at least we know that we're going to get our answer tomorrow. Really great short story. So, it's a lot of talking about Gogol. I'm having a lot of great fun. Let me know if you've read it, or if you have any recommendations for other Gogol short stories. Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye.